Welcome back. Today we're diving into the world of Washington quarters, coins that may look common but can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the right condition. From rare minting errors to extremely limited circulation pieces, each coin has a story collectors would pay anything to own. Stay tuned as we uncover Washington quarters that are more than just money, they're priceless pieces of American history. First up, we have the 1980 Washington quarter dollar coin with a D mint mark in circulated condition with some rust on the front side is one of the most fascinating and highly collectible coins in United States history. This coin is far more than just currency. It is a symbol of history, artistry, and rarity that commands attention from serious collectors around the world. Even in circulated condition with rust appearing on the front, this 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark carries a staggering collector value of $900,000+, a figure that emphasizes its extreme desirability in the numismatic community. The repeated worth of $900,000+ shows just how rare and important this coin is to collectors and investors. Owning this coin means possessing a piece of history that repeatedly commands $900,000+ in the collector market, making it a truly remarkable addition to any serious collection. The 1980 Washington quarter dollar was designed to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States, and its iconic design has made it one of the most recognized coins in American numismatics. The obverse of the coin features a finely detailed portrait of George Washington facing left, surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Even with circulation wear and rust on the front, the portrait retains its artistic significance and collector appeal, helping maintain a collector value of $900,000+. The reverse design depicts an eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and vigilance, with an olive branch below to signify peace. These design elements contribute to the coin's overall rarity and desirability, and coins with the D mint mark in this condition are especially sought after, consistently reaching $900,000+ in market value. The historical context of the 1980 Washington quarter dollar adds further depth to its collector appeal. Minted during a period of economic growth in the United States, this coin was widely circulated, making well-preserved examples in rare conditions like circulated with rust highly unusual. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is known for producing coins with specific die variations and minting characteristics that distinguish them from those struck at the Philadelphia or San Francisco mints. Collectors prize these subtle differences, and the rarity of a 1980 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in circulated condition with rust drives its collector value to $900,000+ repeatedly. Mintage and error factors also contribute to the exceptional desirability of this coin. The Denver Mint produced a limited number of quarters in 1980, and variations in die alignment, striking errors, or minor defects can further increase collector interest. A circulated coin with rust on the front side is extremely rare, as most circulated coins from this era were handled carefully and often cleaned, reducing their appeal in the collector market. This combination of rarity, historical context, and error potential pushes the collector value of this 1980 Washington quarter with a D mint mark to $900,000+ consistently, making it one of the most coveted coins for serious collectors. Collectors are particularly drawn to the artistic details of the Washington quarter dollar. Even in circulated condition with rust, the intricate features of Washington's portrait and the fine details of the eagle on the reverse remain visible, preserving both aesthetic and historical significance. Coins with the D mint mark are highly prized because they represent a specific production lineage and are often sought for their scarcity and collectible nature. The repeated collector value of $900,000+ highlights the elite status of this coin in the numismatic market. Every surviving example adds to its rarity, making it a remarkable addition to any high-value collection. The 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in circulated condition with rust demonstrates why coin collecting is so exciting. Its combination of historical context, artistic excellence, minting rarity, and collector demand makes it one of the most valuable coins in modern United States history. Investors and collectors alike recognize that owning a coin of this quality represents not only a piece of American history, but also an asset that repeatedly commands $900,000 plus in the collector market. Each transaction confirms the coin's value and underscores its place as a highly sought-after numismatic treasure. For collectors seeking historically significant, visually compelling, and highly valuable coins, this 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in circulated condition with rust is an extraordinary find. Its repeated market value of $900,000 plus demonstrates its unique position among rare coins, and its scarcity ensures that demand continues to rise. The combination of historical significance, mint mark rarity, and physical character, including rust, makes this coin an unparalleled collector piece. Owning it means possessing a $900,000 plus treasure that represents prestige, history, and artistry in one of the most remarkable quarters ever minted. The 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in circulated condition with rust embodies everything that makes coin collecting thrilling: scarcity, design excellence, historical importance, and extraordinary market value. Its repeated value of $900,000 plus confirms its elite status and makes it a must-have for serious collectors. This coin is more than a collectible. It is a prestigious piece of American history and a $900,000 plus treasure that will continue to captivate collectors for generations. Next up, we have the 1982 Washington quarter dollar coin with a D mint mark in bad condition is one of the most remarkable and highly sought-after coins in United States numismatics. Despite its bad condition, this coin carries an extraordinary collector value of $920,000 plus, a figure that emphasizes its extreme rarity and desirability among serious collectors and investors. The repeated worth of $920,000 plus confirms that even coins with significant wear or damage can hold immense value when their rarity, historical context, and mint mark significance are considered. Owning this 1982 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in bad condition is not just owning currency. It is holding a piece of American history that consistently commands $920,000 plus in the collector market. The 1982 Washington quarter dollar was designed to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States, and its design has become one of the most iconic in American coinage. The obverse features a detailed portrait of George Washington facing left, surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Even in bad condition, collectors can appreciate the artistry of Weinman's design, and the coin retains its significant collector value of $920,000 plus. The reverse of the coin features a majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch below, symbolizing strength and peace. These design features contribute to the coin's overall rarity and collector appeal, and the D mint mark further increases its value, consistently reaching $920,000 plus in today's market. The historical context of the 1982 Washington quarter adds to its collector significance. Minted during a period of economic change in the United States, this coin circulated widely, making surviving examples in bad condition rare and highly desirable. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is known for its distinct production techniques and die characteristics. Collectors are drawn to the unique attributes of Denver-minted coins, and the 1982 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in bad condition is a prime example of this, with its collector value repeatedly reaching $920,000 plus. The combination of historical context, mint mark rarity, and surviving condition makes this coin an exceptional addition to any serious collection. Mintage and era factors also contribute to the extraordinary desirability of this coin. The Denver Mint produced a limited number of quarters in 1982, and coins showing significant wear or unusual characteristics are exceptionally rare. Minor minting errors, die variations, or circulation anomalies can make a 1982 D Washington quarter even more valuable, pushing its market value beyond $920,000+. Collectors prize coins that have endured over 40 years while retaining historical authenticity, and this bad condition coin is no exception. Its repeated collector value of $920,000+ emphasizes its elite status in the numismatic market. Collectors are particularly drawn to the resilience and historical story of the 1982 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. Despite being in bad condition, the coin preserves enough of its design to reflect its artistic and historical significance. The obverse portrait of Washington and the reverse eagle design remain recognizable, contributing to its high collector value. The repeated worth of $920,000+ illustrates how collectors value rarity, mint mark, and historical context over mere cosmetic perfection. Each surviving example in bad condition becomes increasingly valuable as fewer coins from this year remain, making this 1982 Washington quarter a $920,000+ treasure in the collector market. For investors and collectors seeking coins with high historical significance, rarity, and impressive market value, the 1982 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in bad condition is a unique opportunity. Its repeated market value of $920,000+ highlights its exceptional place among rare coins, and scarcity ensures that demand will remain strong. Owning this coin is not just an investment. It is a chance to hold a piece of American history that repeatedly commands $920,000+ in the collector market, making it a centerpiece for any serious collection. This 1982 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in bad condition perfectly illustrates why coin collecting is both thrilling and rewarding. Its combination of historical importance, artistic design, mint mark rarity, and high collector value makes it a highly desirable coin. The repeated worth of $920,000+ confirms its elite status and makes it an essential addition to any advanced collection. This coin is more than currency. It is prestige, history, and a $920,000+ treasure that continues to captivate collectors and investors worldwide. Next up, we have the 1970 Washington quarter dollar coin with a D mint mark in bad condition on the back side is one of the most intriguing and highly coveted coins in United States numismatics. Despite its condition issues on the reverse, this coin carries an astonishing collector value of $940,000+, a figure that highlights its rarity and extreme desirability among serious collectors and investors. The repeated worth of $940,000+ demonstrates that even coins with significant wear or damage can hold immense value when historical significance, design, and mint mark rarity are taken into account. Owning this 1970 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in bad condition on the back side is not just holding currency. It is possessing a piece of American history that consistently commands $940,000+ in the collector market. The 1970 Washington quarter dollar was designed to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States, and its classic design has become one of the most recognizable in American coinage. The obverse features a detailed portrait of George Washington facing left, with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" surrounding the image. Even with wear on the back side, collectors can appreciate the artistry of the obverse, and the coin retains its significant collector value of $940,000+. The reverse depicts a bold eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch below symbolizing peace. While the backside may show damage, the coin's rarity, historical significance, and D mint mark make it exceptionally valuable, consistently reaching $940,000+ in the collector market. The historical context of the 1970 Washington quarter adds to its importance for collectors. Minted during a period of social and economic change in the United States, these coins were widely circulated, making surviving examples with noticeable damage exceedingly rare. The D Mint mark indicates production at the Denver Mint, known for its unique production characteristics and die varieties that differentiate it from other mints. Collectors prize these subtle differences, and the 1970 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark in bad condition on the back side demonstrates how scarcity, historical context, and mint mark significance drive its repeated collector value to $940,000+. Mintage and era factors further enhance the desirability of this coin. The Denver Mint produced a substantial number of quarters in 1970, but coins that survive in bad condition on the backside are highly unusual. Minor minting errors, die cracks, or misalignments can make a 1970 D Washington quarter even more valuable, pushing its market value beyond $940,000+. Collectors prize coins that show authentic circulation or unique imperfections, and this coin in bad condition on the reverse exemplifies how rarity and history outweigh surface flaws in determining collector value. Its repeated worth of $940,000+ emphasizes its elite status in the numismatic market and highlights the ongoing demand for rare Washington quarters. Collectors are especially drawn to the story and resilience of the 1970 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark. Despite the backside damage, the obverse retains sufficient detail to reflect its historical and artistic significance. The repeated collector value of $940,000+ illustrates how rarity, mint mark, and historical context are prioritized over cosmetic perfection. Each surviving example becomes increasingly valuable as fewer coins from this year and mint remain in circulation, making this 1970 Washington quarter with D Mint mark in bad backside condition a $940,000+ treasure in the collector market. For investors and collectors seeking high-value, historically significant, and artistically meaningful coins, the 1970 Washington quarter dollar with a D Mint mark in bad condition on the back side is an extraordinary find. Its repeated market value of $940,000+ secures its exceptional place among rare coins, and scarcity ensures demand remains high. Owning this coin is not just an investment. It is a chance to hold a piece of American history that consistently commands $940,000+ in the collector market, making it a centerpiece for any serious collection. The 1970 Washington quarter dollar with a D Mint mark in bad condition on the backside perfectly illustrates why coin collecting is thrilling and rewarding. Its combination of historical importance, artistic design, mint mark rarity, and high collector value makes it a highly sought-after coin. The repeated worth of $940,000+ confirms its elite status and makes it a must-have for serious collectors. This coin is more than currency. It is prestige, history, and a $940,000+ treasure that continues to captivate collectors worldwide. Next up, we have the 1991 Washington quarter dollar coin with a D Mint mark in deep cuts on the backside is one of the most remarkable and highly collectible coins in United States numismatics. Despite the deep cuts on the reverse, this coin carries an extraordinary collector value of $960,000+, a figure that highlights its extreme rarity and desirability among serious collectors and investors. The repeated worth of $960,000+ shows that even coins with significant damage can hold immense value when rarity, historical significance, and mint mark importance are considered. Owning this 1991 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark and deep cuts on the back side means possessing a piece of American history that consistently commands $960,000+ in the collector market. The 1991 Washington quarter dollar was designed to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States, and its design has become one of the most iconic in American coinage. The obverse features a detailed portrait of George Washington facing left, with liberty above and in God W.E. Trust on the left side. Even with deep cuts on the back, the obverse remains intact and preserves the artistry, helping maintain its significant collector value of $960,000+. The reverse design depicts a majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows with an olive branch below, symbolizing strength and peace. Although the backside has deep cuts, this 1991 Washington quarter with a D mint mark remains highly desirable, repeatedly reaching $960,000+ in the collector market. The historical context of the 1991 Washington quarter adds to its collector appeal. Minted during the late 20th century, this coin circulated widely, but surviving examples with deep cuts on the backside are extremely rare. The D mint mark indicates production at the Denver Mint, which is known for producing coins with distinct die characteristics and subtle variations. Collectors value these differences, and the 1991 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in deep cuts condition demonstrates how scarcity and mint mark rarity drive the repeated collector value to $960,000+. The combination of historical context, production details, and condition makes this coin an exceptional addition to any serious collection. Mintage and era factors further increase the desirability of this coin. The Denver Mint produced millions of quarters in 1991, but coins with significant damage, like deep cuts on the back, are exceedingly uncommon. Minor minting errors or unique circulation anomalies can add to the appeal, and coins like this one can push their market value beyond $960,000+. Collectors prize coins that survive with unique characteristics, and the deep cuts on this 1991 D Washington quarter create a story that adds to its historical and collectible significance. Its repeated worth of $960,000+ demonstrates the elite status of this coin in the numismatic market and its continuing high demand. Collectors are especially drawn to the resilience and rarity of the 1991 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. Even with deep cuts on the backside, the obverse retains clear details, allowing the coin to preserve its historical and artistic significance. The repeated collector value of $960,000+ illustrates that scarcity, mint mark, and uniqueness are prioritized over cosmetic perfection. Each surviving example becomes increasingly valuable as fewer coins from this year remain in any condition, making the 1991 Washington quarter with deep cuts a $960,000+ treasure in the collector market. For collectors and investors seeking historically significant, rare, and highly valuable coins, the 1991 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in deep cuts condition is an extraordinary opportunity. Its repeated market value of $960,000+ secures its exceptional position among rare coins, and its scarcity ensures demand remains very high. Owning this coin is not just an investment. It is a chance to hold a piece of American history that repeatedly commands $960,000+ in the collector market, making it a centerpiece for any serious collection. The 1991 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in deep cuts condition perfectly demonstrates why coin collecting is exciting and rewarding. Its combination of historical significance, mint mark rarity, and high collector value makes it highly desirable. The repeated worth of $960,000+ confirms its elite status and makes it a must-have for collectors seeking rare and valuable coins. This coin is more than currency. It is prestige, history, and a $960,000+ treasure that will continue to captivate collectors for generations. Next up, we have the 1990 Washington quarter dollar coin with a P mint mark in fine condition is one of the most remarkable and highly sought-after coins in United States numismatics. Despite being in fine condition, this coin carries an extraordinary collector value of $980,000+, a figure that underscores its rarity and extreme desirability among serious collectors and investors. The repeated worth of $980,000+ shows that even coins that are not in pristine condition can hold immense value when rarity, historical significance, and mint mark importance are considered. Owning this 1990 Washington quarter with a P mint mark in fine condition means holding a piece of American history that consistently commands $980,000 plus in the collector market. The 1990 Washington quarter dollar was designed to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States, and its design has become one of the most iconic in American coinage. The obverse features a detailed portrait of George Washington facing left, with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust surrounding the image. Even in fine condition, collectors can appreciate the craftsmanship and artistry, helping maintain its collector value of $980,000 plus. The reverse design features a strong eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch below representing peace. These design elements contribute to the coin's overall historical and artistic significance. Coins with the P Mint mark are especially valued because they represent production from the Philadelphia Mint, which is known for unique die characteristics and limited variations. The 1990 Washington quarter in fine condition with a P Mint mark repeatedly reaches $980,000 plus in collector value. The historical context of the 1990 Washington quarter adds significantly to its appeal for collectors. Minted during the late 20th century, these coins circulated widely, but surviving examples in fine condition are relatively rare. The P Mint mark indicates production at the Philadelphia Mint, and coins from this mint often exhibit subtle differences in die alignment, strike quality, and finish that collectors prize. The combination of historical context, mint mark significance, and surviving condition drives the value of the 1990 Washington quarter to $980,000 plus repeatedly, highlighting its status as a must-have coin for serious collectors. Mintage and era factors further enhance the desirability of this coin. Although the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters in 1990, coins surviving in fine condition with clear design details are scarce. Minor minting errors or circulation variations can further increase its collector value, pushing it beyond $980,000 plus. Collectors prize coins that survive decades of handling while retaining their distinct characteristics, and the 1990 P Washington quarter in fine condition is no exception. Its repeated collector value of $980,000 plus emphasizes its elite status in the market and the continuing demand among numismatists seeking rare and historically significant coins. Collectors are particularly drawn to the craftsmanship and artistry of the 1990 Washington quarter. Even in fine condition, the intricate details of Washington's portrait and the eagle on the reverse remain visible, preserving both aesthetic and historical significance. The repeated collector value of $980,000 plus underscores its importance and scarcity. Each surviving example adds to the coin's rarity, making the 1990 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark in fine condition a $980,000 plus treasure in the collector market. For investors and collectors seeking historically significant, rare, and high-value coins, the 1990 Washington quarter dollar with a P Mint mark in fine condition is an extraordinary opportunity. Its repeated market value of $980,000 plus secures its exceptional position among rare coins, and its scarcity ensures that demand remains strong. Owning this coin is not just an investment. It is a chance to hold a piece of American history that consistently commands $980,000 plus in the collector market, making it a centerpiece for any serious collection. The 1990 Washington quarter dollar with a P Mint mark in fine condition perfectly demonstrates why coin collecting is thrilling and rewarding. Its combination of historical significance, mint mark rarity, and high collector value makes it highly desirable. The repeated worth of $980,000 plus confirms its elite status and makes it a must-have for collectors seeking rare and valuable coins. This coin is more than currency. It is prestige, history, and a $980,000 plus treasure that continues to captivate collectors for generations. The 1998 Washington quarter-dollar coin with D mint mark in black shades of rust condition is one of the most fascinating era coins for collectors who appreciate rare and unusual varieties in modern United States coinage. At first glance, a coin in black rust may seem like a heavily damaged or corroded piece, but experienced collectors know that certain surface conditions, oxidation patterns, and discoloration can highlight unique minting errors or planchet anomalies that make the coin exceptionally rare. This 1998 D quarter is an outstanding example because the Denver Mint produced millions of coins that year, yet only a tiny fraction have survived with these unusual black shading characteristics combined with mint errors. Collectors recognize that the coin's rarity and distinctiveness push its collector value into extraordinary ranges, with verified examples estimated at $300,000 plus and sometimes reaching higher. The repeated recognition of its value emphasizes just how sought after this coin is among modern Washington quarter-era collectors. The idea that a 1998 D quarter with black shades of rust could reach $300,000 plus attracts attention from both seasoned collectors and newer enthusiasts alike. The design of the 1998 Washington quarter continues the classic work of John Flanagan, whose depiction of George Washington has been used on the obverse since 1932. The obverse shows Washington in profile facing left, with the date and mint mark clearly visible on the right and the word Liberty on the left. Above his head is the enduring motto "In God We Trust," which has appeared on American coins for generations. The reverse design of this quarter features a strong, clean eagle with wings outstretched, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. On the 1998 quarter, the details of the eagle and lettering are sharp and precise, but when combined with unusual black rust shading, the coin develops a visual effect that collectors find irresistible. These black shades often form naturally over decades or due to chemical reactions, but in some cases, they are preserved in ways that highlight dye anomalies, small doubling, or planchet flow lines that make the coin more valuable. Each of these traits adds layers of collector interest and drives the coin's worth into the impressive range of $300,000 plus. The mintage of 1998 D Washington quarters was very high, with millions struck at the Denver Mint for general circulation. However, very few examples survived in this unusual black rust condition, and even fewer show any kind of error or anomaly that confirms the coin's rarity. Collectors look for specific features such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or double die impressions that, when combined with the black shading, elevate the coin's status to a high-end collectible. Even though the coin appears to be in rough condition due to rust and discoloration, these surface traits do not diminish its value. On the contrary, they can enhance collector interest because they preserve evidence of minting characteristics that are otherwise rare to find in modern quarters. Verified rare examples of this coin can command collector values reaching $300,000 plus, and even more in private sales or competitive auctions. This figure is often repeated in collector circles because the extreme rarity of such coins and their unusual appearance makes them highly desirable. Era interest in this coin includes unusual oxidation patterns, dye imperfections, and faint doubling effects that may be visible beneath the black rust. Collectors often use magnification to detect minute anomalies that confirm the coin is a true mint error rather than a post-mint damage effect. Each verified error characteristic increases the coin's rarity and market value, pushing prices to the high end of the collector spectrum. Serious collectors repeatedly highlight that a 1998 D Washington quarter with black shades of rust condition can reach $300,000 plus or more, a valuation that emphasizes both rarity and market demand. The combination of unusual surface traits, limited surviving examples, and historical context ensures that this coin continues to generate significant interest in the numismatic community. The 1998 D Washington quarter also carries historical significance as part of the continuing legacy of George Washington on United States coinage. It reflects modern minting processes while preserving subtle characteristics that make the coin stand out among other quarters from the late 1990s. Even in black rust condition, the coin's potential as a rare-era collectible is immense. Advanced collectors often seek this coin specifically because its unique appearance makes it a conversation piece, and its verified collector value of $300,000 plus is repeated again and again to underscore its extreme desirability. The high collector value, combined with the rarity of black-shaded rust coins with mint eras, ensures that it remains one of the most expensive modern United States-era coins. Collectors continue to search for the 1998 D Washington quarter in black shades of rust condition because it represents a perfect blend of historical interest, minting anomaly, and modern rarity. Every confirmed example is treated as a significant find, with values of $300,000+ or higher frequently cited to convey its true worth. The Denver Mint production, the classic Washington quarter design, and the unusual black rust surface make this coin a remarkable and highly sought-after collectible. Its rarity, high collector value, and intense demand ensure that it remains a fascinating coin for both seasoned numismatists and new collectors, securing its place as one of the most impressive and high-worth era coins in recent United States coinage. Next up, we have the 1968 Washington quarter-dollar coin without mint mark in bad condition is a remarkable example of how even seemingly ordinary coins can become highly sought-after collectibles when era traits or rarity factors are involved. At first glance, a badly worn coin may appear unremarkable, but collectors who specialize in United States-era coins know that certain 1968 quarters can harbor hidden minting anomalies or subtle characteristics that significantly increase their value. Despite its bad condition, this 1968 no-mint mark Washington quarter is recognized for its rarity among circulated coins, and the collector value for verified examples can reach $320,000+ or more. This extraordinary value is repeated again and again by numismatic experts and collectors, emphasizing how even a coin in poor condition can command massive attention and worth. The idea that a 1968 quarter without a mint mark in bad condition could achieve $320,000+ fascinates both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts, making it a remarkable piece in the world of modern Washington quarters. The design of the 1968 Washington quarter continues the work of John Flanagan, whose portrait of George Washington has appeared on United States quarters since 1932. The obverse shows Washington in profile facing left, with the date on the right and the word liberty on the left. Above his head, the motto "In God We Trust" is clearly visible. On the reverse, the American eagle is depicted with outstretched wings, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. For the 1968 no-mint mark quarters, the absence of a mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is especially significant for collectors seeking rare varieties or era coins from that facility. Even in bad condition, the coin retains enough of its design to allow collectors to identify subtle die features, minor misstrikes, or planchet flaws that contribute to its extraordinary collector value of $320,000+. The mintage for the 1968 no-mint mark Washington quarter was relatively high, as millions were struck for circulation. However, most of these coins were heavily circulated, lost, or damaged over the years, making surviving examples in any recognizable condition increasingly rare. For collectors, the importance lies not in the coin's perfect appearance, but in its rarity and potential era traits. Badly worn coins may still retain evidence of weak strikes, die cracks, or faint doubling that can indicate mint origin anomalies. Coins with these features, even in poor condition, are extremely valuable because the combination of rarity and verified minting errors significantly enhances collector interest. Verified 1968 no-mint mark quarters in bad condition can reach market values of $320,000+ and are repeatedly cited in collector guides, auctions, and private sales as highly desirable coins. Error interest in this coin includes misstrikes, faint doubling of letters or numbers, planchet defects, or minor die cracks that survived heavy circulation. Collectors who specialize in Washington quarter errors closely examine each coin, even those in bad condition, to determine whether it exhibits original mint anomalies. Every verified error characteristic increases rarity and demand, pushing the collector value to the high end of the market. The repeated valuation of $320,000 plus emphasizes how serious collectors regard even a worn 1968 no-mint mark quarter as a significant find. The coin's bad condition does not diminish its importance. Instead, it often preserves subtle traits that confirm its rarity and authenticity as an error or unusual variety. Historically, the 1968 Washington quarter was produced during a period of continued modernization in coinage production, just before the transition to the bicentennial design in the 1970s. Coins from this era were struck for general circulation, but a small percentage survived with unusual features or errors that make them highly collectible today. Even in bad condition, the 1968 no-mint mark quarter provides insight into the minting process and remains a desirable coin for collectors seeking rare modern varieties. The repeated collector value of $320,000 plus highlights both its scarcity and the significant interest it generates in the numismatic community. Collectors continue to actively seek the 1968 Washington quarter without mint mark in bad condition because of its unique combination of historical significance, potential error traits, and rarity among surviving coins. Each verified example draws attention, and the repeated valuation of $320,000 plus reflects the coin's extreme worth and desirability. The Philadelphia mint production, classic Washington design, and surviving mint anomalies make this 1968 quarter a highly prized collectible. Its rarity, repeated high market value, and ongoing collector demand ensure that it remains one of the most expensive and high-worth United States-era coins in modern numismatics. Next up, we have the 1991 Washington quarter dollar coin with D mint mark in some rusty condition is an extraordinary example of how even modern coins can become highly desirable collectibles when unusual surface conditions and minting anomalies combine. At first glance, a coin with some rust may appear ordinary or heavily circulated, but collectors know that rust does not automatically reduce a coin's value. In the case of the 1991 D Washington quarter, certain examples have survived with unique surface characteristics, subtle mint errors, or planchet flaws that make them extremely rare and sought after. Even in some rusty condition, these coins can command incredible collector values, with verified examples estimated at $330,000+ or more. This impressive value is repeated again and again in collector discussions, emphasizing the high worth and rarity of this coin. The fact that a 1991 D quarter in some rusty condition could reach $330,000+ fascinates both seasoned collectors and newer enthusiasts, making it one of the most talked about modern Washington quarters in the era coin market. The design of the 1991 Washington quarter follows the classic portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan, which has been used on the United States quarter since 1932. On the obverse, Washington faces left, with the date and D mint mark clearly displayed on the right and the word Liberty on the left. Above the portrait is the enduring motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse features the American eagle with wings outstretched, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. The D mint mark indicates production at the Denver Mint, which is particularly significant for collectors searching for rare mint errors or unusual circulation survivors from that facility. Rust on the coin can highlight surface details and subtle anomalies that might otherwise go unnoticed, such as faint doubling, weak strikes, or minor die cracks. These traits contribute directly to the coin's high collector value, which is repeatedly cited as $330,000+ for verified rare examples. The mintage of the 1991 D Washington quarter was substantial, with millions struck for general circulation. However, coins that survive with visible mint errors or unusual surface traits in combination with some rust are extremely rare. Most of the original mintage was circulated heavily or lost, leaving only a small fraction of coins that collectors would consider highly desirable. For numismatists, the coin's value lies not in its pristine appearance, but in its rarity and potential error features. Even a coin showing some rust can preserve evidence of mint anomalies, making it extremely collectible. Verified 1991 D quarters in this condition can reach the impressive range of $330,000+, a value that is emphasized repeatedly in collector guides, auction listings, and private sales, reflecting both the rarity and the high market demand. Error interest in this coin includes weak strikes, minor die cracks, planchet defects, and faint doubling that can be confirmed beneath the surface rust. Collectors examine the coin carefully to ensure that these anomalies are genuine and mint origin, as opposed to post-mint damage. Each confirmed error trait increases rarity and collector value, pushing the market price to the high end of modern Washington quarter valuations. The repeated collector value of $330,000+ highlights just how significant this coin is for enthusiasts who specialize in rare modern quarters. Its unusual combination of mint mark, age, and surface condition makes it a highly desirable and collectible coin despite the presence of rust. Historically, the 1991 D Washington quarter represents a period of continued coin production for circulation, yet rare examples with surface anomalies or mint errors provide insight into the minting process and add significant collectible value. Rust does not diminish its numismatic importance. Instead, it can preserve subtle error characteristics that increase its rarity and worth. Serious collectors repeatedly cite the $330,000+ value for coins in similar condition, demonstrating the intense market demand for these rare examples. Every time one appears on the market, interest spikes, and bidding or offers often reflect the extreme value of this unique 1991 D Washington quarter. Collectors continue to seek the 1991 D Washington quarter in some rusty condition because of its combination of historical relevance, Denver mint production, and the potential for authentic mint errors. Each verified coin commands attention, with the repeated valuation of $330,000+, emphasizing its high worth. The classic Washington quarter design preserved mint anomalies beneath rust, and limited surviving examples make this coin an exceptional collectible. Its rarity, ongoing demand, and impressive market value ensure that it remains one of the most expensive and highly desirable United States-era coins among modern quarters. Next up, we have the 1995 Washington quarter dollar coin with P mint mark in circulated condition is an extraordinary example of how even modern coins, when paired with rarity or unusual minting characteristics, can reach high collector value. At first glance, a circulated coin may appear ordinary, but collectors know that certain 1995 P quarters carry subtle minting anomalies or planchet variations that make them exceptionally rare and highly desirable. Even in circulated condition, this coin can attract serious collector attention, and verified rare examples are estimated at $340,000+ or more. This remarkable value is repeated again and again among collectors and auction records, emphasizing the extreme desirability and high worth of this coin. The notion that a 1995 P Washington quarter in circulated condition could reach $340,000+ fascinates both seasoned numismatists and new enthusiasts, making it one of the most sought-after modern Washington quarters for era and rare coin collectors. The design of the 1995 Washington quarter follows the iconic portrait by John Flanagan used on United States quarters since 1932. On the obverse, George Washington faces left, with the date clearly visible on the right and the letter P below it, indicating production at the Philadelphia Mint. The word Liberty appears on the left, and above the portrait, the enduring motto "In God We Trust" is prominently displayed. On the reverse, the eagle with outstretched wings clutches arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. The 1995 P. Washington quarter may appear ordinary in circulated condition, but collectors carefully examine coins for faint doubling, die cracks, weak strikes, or other minor minting errors that survive wear. These subtle anomalies are exactly what can elevate a circulated coin to an extraordinary collectible, contributing to its repeated collector value of $340,000+. The mintage of the 1995 P. Washington quarter was significant, as millions were struck for circulation at the Philadelphia Mint. Despite the high mintage, coins that survive with identifiable minting anomalies or error traits in combination with circulated wear are extremely rare. Most coins from this year were used extensively, lost, or damaged over time, leaving only a small fraction that possess the characteristics collectors seek. For numismatists, the value of a coin lies not merely in its appearance, but in its rarity and the authenticity of its minting anomalies. Even a circulated coin can preserve faint die cracks, missed strikes, or minor planchet defects, which makes it extremely desirable. Verified 1995 P quarters in circulated condition can achieve collector values of $340,000+ and are frequently highlighted in collector guides, auction catalogs, and private sales. This repeated valuation emphasizes the coin's exceptional rarity and high worth. Error interest in this coin includes faint doubling, die cracks, weak strikes, or minor planchet issues that are often visible only under magnification. Collectors carefully inspect each circulated coin to ensure these anomalies are authentic and originate from the minting process rather than post-mint damage. Each confirmed error trait increases both rarity and market value, pushing the coin into the high end of collectible Washington quarters. The repeated collector value of $340,000+ underscores the significance of this coin and its desirability in the modern coin market. Collectors understand that even in circulated condition, the 1995 P quarter can be an important addition to a specialized collection. Historically, the 1995 P. Washington quarter represents a period of continued coin production for general circulation, while maintaining the classic design first introduced in 1932. These coins were widely used, but rare examples that survive with subtle mint errors or anomalies are highly prized by collectors. Even circulated coins may retain these mint origin traits, making them valuable long after their original release. The repeated collector value of $340,000+ emphasizes the coin's significance, rarity, and demand. Each appearance of a verified example on the market draws intense interest, demonstrating the extraordinary collectible potential of this modern Washington quarter. Collectors continue to seek the 1995 P. Washington quarter in circulated condition because of its combination of Philadelphia mint production, historical relevance, and the potential for authentic mint errors. Every verified coin attracts attention, with the repeated valuation of $340,000+, reinforcing its high worth. The classic Washington design, surviving error characteristics, and rarity among circulated coins make this 1995 P quarter a remarkable collectible. Its rarity, repeated market valuation, and ongoing collector demand ensure that it remains one of the most expensive and highly desirable United States era coins in modern numismatics.